Alright, I am live. What is going on, guys? And what you may not know, for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Brando Linick. I had to retake this same video like the last 2 times because I've got a cut in my mouth and it hurts every time I talk. So I'm going to try and go through this video fairly quickly, alright, but I'm going to share with you some critical information when it comes to starting your own business. So if this is something you're looking at getting involved in, entrepreneurship, being a business owner, creating your own income, quitting your job, then you've come to the right place. And the example I'm going to use is a bouncy house business. Now, bouncy house can be also bouncy castle. Essentially what it is it's where you set up a bouncy house where little kids on birthdays and special events can bounce in the house, have fun, and you charge people by the hour or you charge people for the party, okay? And however you charge that rate, you know, it's going to be dependent on your personal preference. You can charge for the day or the hour, okay? Some people, you know, they do hourly. I know it's fairly popular to do hourly. Most people just charge for the day of the use of that tent. Now, the thing with this is you got to keep in mind from a business perspective, it can be as simple as going to a wholesaler who has bouncy castles and bouncy tents, okay, and you can buy that tent from a wholesaler. Now, the reason why you want to buy it from a wholesaler is because you're going to get your bang for your buck, and it's all about, you know, making a return on your investment. So when you go to a wholesaler, you can buy it, and then you can start offering your services just by promoting it through social media, by going on Craigslist, interacting with people. You know, best way you could probably do it is kind of old school, old fashioned, which is talking to your friends and family and then getting referred through friends and family, going on Facebook, talking to people. It's probably the best way to go with this business approach because a lot of people have kids are growing up, kids are having birthday parties, they're interested, and then you can cut them a deal that way. This is a way that my friend had done it, alright, and they did this, but I will tell you this much. They did this and they are making money, but they were capped on the amount of money that they can make. Why? Because they could only be in one location at one time, and they only had one bouncy castle. So they didn't have employees, it was just them building the business, which meant that they could only do one event at a time with one bouncy castle. They didn't have 2 or 3 where they could be in multiple different areas and they could increase and grow their income, which is not to say that it's bad, but it's something you got to keep in mind when it comes to this business model. And then you got to keep in mind sometimes things get damaged, they can get wrecked, a kid could poke a hole in it, okay, and then your repairs and damage costs for that, it could increase. So it's just something you got to be aware of. If you're looking at this for similar reasons why my friend had looked at it, which you can get started by buying from a wholesaler and then, you know, talking to people through Facebook, even though it can be that simple, if you're looking at this for similar reasons why my friend looked at it, to start a simple business to make money, before you start this business, before you consider starting a bouncy house business, from a business to business person here. If you're wanting to build a business to be your own boss, create your own income, quit your job, alright, have less financial stress, move into your own place or move into a bigger, better place, I've got a lead I want to throw your way before considering going down this path, alright, because you got to keep in mind weather permitting, all those things and more, rain, snow, sleet, it's going to lower the amount of money you can make also with the business model. So the best lead I could throw your way if you're looking at this to quit your job, be your own boss, in addition to this video, and this is just from my personal experience, is really what happened to me going back about 1.5 years ago when I transitioned from a business model very similar to this, where I was dealing with supplies, equipment, and it was just a hassle driving to and from places, always doing meetings with people, and trying to find my next best client, and it was just really a struggle. It was frustrating working 16 hours a day, and I did that for 2 whole years. So it wasn't like just a startup where you're doing that for like 6 months, it was 2 whole years I was doing that. Quit that, ended up coming across an individual who was making more money every single month than I was making in 2 years, multiple 6 figures, and they're doing so without supplies, without buying from wholesalers, and without relying on weather to be good, alright, without having to cross their fingers hoping that they have a customer in an event coming up. And because they weren't relying on that type of risky business model where you don't know if you're going to be able to create a sustainable income for yourself, because they were building an income in business that was multiple 6 figures and they're doing so on the internet, I began to model and copy what they're doing because they're building a business from home and online, and that was really attractive to me. I've always wanted to work on my own from home in the comfort of my home. And this person wasn't just working from home, they were traveling around the world, building a business and income right from internet connection wherever they could connect. So began to model and copy them. I actually, you know, connected with them through Facebook in less than about 90 days after that, give or take, okay, not really exact numbers here, but from what I remember, it was like less than 3 months. I was able to create for myself and family a modest income. I was able to create a full-time income business working part-time without creating my own products, without doing anything technical, and those aren't average, those aren't typical results. Results are going to vary. I don't know if you can do this, alright? I don't know what you're capable of, and when I say I don't know if you can do this, I don't know if you're one of these people who goes out there, they watch YouTube videos, and they don't ever take action. I don't know if you're someone who watches this type of video and you take massive action on things that are shared to accomplish your dreams, or you just kind of jump from thing to thing to thing, or you just kind of hope and pray that this business model is going to work without ever analyzing it from a business perspective of how you really make money doing it, because that's really what it comes down to. So that's just my tip and overview. Before you consider starting a bouncy house business, if you're looking at being your own boss, creating your own income, best thing you could do, the most profitable business model you could tap into is definitely an online business model where you don't need supplies, equipment, employees, and that's just what I've found to be true. So I hope this helps you out. There's a lot of different businesses out there online, and if this sparks your interest and makes sense to you, I would encourage connecting with someone who's already building a business online, model and copy what they're doing, and take massive action, because it wasn't until I did that I had a breakthrough, and if it worked for me, it can definitely work for you. So if you have questions, put them below. If you'd like to learn more information about this kind of stuff, you can always check out my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be in the description, and I will see you guys on the beaches of the world. Take care.